What if I told you that 90% of your date night problems have nothing to do with your relationship and everything to do with one simple mistake you're making in the first 5 minutes? It's a mistake that keeps the conversation shallow, kills the chemistry, and has you both scrolling on your phones by dessert. But today, I'm going to reveal that mistake and give you a simple 3-step decoder that can transform a boring, fizzling night out into an unforgettable experience of genuine intimacy. This isn't about couples therapy. It's about conversational alchemy, and you can start using it tonight. Now, let's bust a huge myth right now. The goal of date night is not to have a perfect, seamless, scripted evening. It's not about the most expensive steak or the perfect bottle of wine. In fact, when you're overly focused on the plan, you completely check out of the moment. You're thinking about the reservation, the traffic, the bill, instead of the incredible woman sitting across from you. The real goal, the only goal that matters, is to create a shared feeling. You want to end the night feeling closer, more understood, and more attracted to each other. You're not there to be a consumer, you're there to be a connector. I want you to think about your last date night. On a scale of 1 to 10, how connected did you feel? 1 being strangers, 10 being soulmates. Type that number in the comments. All right, let's get into decoder number 1, ditch the interview. Most date night conversations go like this. How was work? Fine. See the news? Yeah, crazy. It's a fact-based exchange, an interview, and it's a major connection killer. You're talking at each other, not with each other. To build a bond, you need to go from talking about what happened to talking about how it felt. So, instead of, "How was your presentation?" try this. "I know you were nervous about that presentation. How did it feel when you nailed it?" See the difference? The first question gets you a 1-word answer. Good. The second question invites a story, an emotion. It shows you were thinking about her experience. Here is your secret weapon question. It's so simple but so powerful. Ready for it? What was the high point and low point of your week, and why? This question is magic. It does 3 things. It forces reflection beyond the surface. It automatically includes an emotional component, the why. It gives you a genuine window into her inner world. When she shares her high, you get to celebrate with her. When she shares her low, you get to support her. This is the bedrock of intimacy. It's not about solving her problem, it's about witnessing her experience. Try it this week. You will be amazed at what you learn about the woman you've been with for years. Now, for decoder number 2, the art of the vulnerability nudge. Connection is a 2-way street. You can't just ask her to open up. You have to be willing to do the same. Now, I'm not telling you to spill your deepest, darkest fears over the calamari. That's too much, too soon. This is about a nudge. Vulnerability is simply sharing something about yourself that carries a little emotional weight. It's the antidote to the interview. So after she answers the high point, low point question, you share yours. And instead of just saying, "My high was closing the Johnson account," you add the feeling. Try, "My high was closing the Johnson account. It felt really validating after all the hard work our team put in, and to be honest, it took a weight off my shoulders." You've just shared a win and a relief. That's a vulnerability nudge. You're showing trust, and trust is the currency of intimacy. Let me tell you about Mike and Susan. They'd been married for 28 years. Mike came to me for other reasons, but when we talked about his relationship, he said the spark was gone. Date nights were silent meals. I gave him these exact tools. The next week, he came back looking like he'd discovered a secret superpower. He told me, "Mira, I used the high-low question. Susan's low point was that she's been feeling invisible since her mom passed away last year." She'd never said that. We talked for 2 hours. We cried. It was the first time in years I felt like her husband and not just her roommate. He didn't change the restaurant. He changed the conversation, and it saved their connection. If this is hitting home for you, do me a solid and hit that like button. It tells the algorithm this is important stuff for other guys like you. Finally, Decoder number 3. Create a micro-adventure. You don't have to skydive. A micro-adventure is simply doing something new or slightly unpredictable together. Novelty releases dopamine in both of your brains, the feel-good chemical, and your brains subconsciously associate that good feeling with each other. Routine is the enemy of passion. So break the routine. This doesn't mean ditching your dinner reservation. It means adding a small, unexpected element. After dinner, instead of going home, go to a bookstore and pick out a book for each other. Go to a wine bar and blind taste test 2 different wines. Drive to a lookout point and stargaze for 15 minutes. The goal is to create a small, shared memory that is uniquely yours. It's the story you'll tell later. Remember that time These micro-adventures are the glue that binds you together. So, let's recap your date night decoder cheat sheet. Ditch the interview. Shift from what to how did it feel? Use the secret weapon. What was your high point and low point this week, and why? The vulnerability nudge. Share your own high-low with the feeling attached. Create a micro-adventure. Do one small new thing together to create a shared memory. This isn't about adding more pressure. It's about removing the pressure of being perfect and replacing it with the intention of being present. Your mission, and I really want you to do this, is to implement the connection switch. The next time you're on a date with your wife, I want you to make a conscious choice. The moment you sit down, in your mind, flip the switch. The switch from, we are having dinner, to, I am going to connect with my best friend. That's it. That slight mental shift will change your energy, your eye contact, and your questions. It will make all the techniques we talked about flow naturally. I want you to commit to this. And then, I want you to come back here and comment, switch flipped, and tell me one thing you learned about your partner that you didn't need to know before. I read every single one. To make sure you're equipped for your next date, subscribe and hit that bell. Next week, we're tackling a crucial topic, the 5-4-3-2-1 intimacy trick for when you're both stressed. It's a game changer for busy couples. And click the video on screen now to learn how to decode what she really means when she says, I'm fine. You have the power to transform your relationship one conversation, one micro-adventure, at a time. You've got this. Now, go be the connection her soul has been craving. I'll see you in the next one.